You are now tuned in to Respect the DJ podcast, coming to you live. Welcome to Respect the DJ podcast. I am your host, DJ Junebug, alongside DJ Khalid.
Let's go.
Today's guest is a top international DJ. He got more stamps than ODB had food stamps. From Boston to Miami to London to Brazil, and we can't forget Dubai.
Yes.
This DJ is global. Mm-hmm. He's well respected by your DJ's favorite DJs.
Absolutely.
Let's give a round of applause for DJ Walgee.
Make a clap to this.
Thank you, DJs. What's going on? Appreciate you coming by, hanging out with us, man.
Word. First and foremost, rest in peace, ODB, man.
Facts.
Yes.
Mentioning his name just brought me back memories from his music,
Music,
his time,
right.
and stuff like
Timeless
that.
music, right.
Timeless music, man.
He was he's the one who made the Wu-Tang.
Right.
Word up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for having me, man. Respect the DJs podcast, man. This is dope, man.
Thank you for coming by and stuff. We appreciate your time. And
Word. Yep. We here, baby.
want to start off, get ready?
Yeah, facts. All right, so we'll start it off like we start everything else. How'd you get your DJ name?
Walgee. My name is Walter Gomes.
Okay.
So for short, it's Walgee. Actually, the last GEE, I got it from the movie Juice.
Okay.
For Tupac. So GQ.
GQ. Yeah, okay.
He wrote it GEEQ.
Right.
So I became in love with music, not music, with DJing after seeing that movie.
Okay.
You know, it's just like, you know, the whole story about DJing and him scratching, GQ scratching,
Right.
and all this other stuff. So then that's when the love for the art form of DJing just grew, and I actually I had no support at the time. I was actually I got a job at 16 years old doing washing dishes
Okay.
at a restaurant. So that's how I was able to buy my first pair of like turntables, records. I got a few records from a friend of mine that had his brother had a mini collection. So I started off with that, old school records. So then from there, it just grown to what it is today. But definitely the name Walgee came from that.
Okay. Dope.
So how'd you get started DJing? Like what drove you to start DJing?
I was born in Africa, just to go back a little bit,
Yep.
Angola. I came to the U.S. in '87. As soon as I landed in '87, I fell in love with the whole culture of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
At the time was Eric B. Rakim, KRS-One, Tribe, all them, you know,
All the
legends,
greats,
all
right.
the legends, you know. So I became in love, and being that being black, you know, I had to join that team, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever black people is doing, we just gravitate to that right away. So, and plus the culture of hip hop, you know, had the 4 elements. Then I considered another 5 elements, which is the dressing, the talking, and all the other stuff. So I became involved in that, and that's how I became in love with the music first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And the DJing part of it, it just something that I felt like. I think it was part of like my father used to be a DJ back in Africa, but for a little bit, I always had that passion for music. So I became in love with the whole art form of turntables and stuff, which still today I use the turntables.
Yeah, I seen
No
that.
matter what club I'm at,
Right.
and I tell every DJ that, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, this is a whole nother, you know, topic we could talk
It's your
about
platform.
later.
It's your platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
So, you know, I feel like we're losing the art form of the turntables, you know,
Right.
and I'm glad to see that here. And today it made it easier because back then you used to carry 9, 10 crates,
Yeah.
you know.
Or more.
Today, DJs don't even want to carry headphones.
Right.
I see DJs with no headphones
Right.
DJing. You
Yep.
know, it's like impressive. Like to me, that's a whole nother topic too. We
Right,
could get
right.
into it after, you know. But just make sure you ask me that question because I find it very weird how you DJ with no headphones.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I put
To
that
look
out there.
to look good
Yeah.
and stand.
You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, because you're looking at the waveforms, the
Right.
waves. You
Right,
know.
right.
So close the computer.
Right.
No
Now-
DJing. You're
Now
done.
what? Yeah.
Right.
You know, so, and not only that, how do you remember every single note to a song?
Right.
Because headphones is for you to hear the note because you can't remember every note to a song.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I give you songs from overseas, you're not gonna remember the notes of the song. How you gonna mix that? So you're losing that art form of like being able to use your headphones, your ears, and mixing at the same time.
Yeah.
Now you're getting like you're becoming handicapped to the whole art form of DJing because
Right.
you're just DJing. You're comfortable in your own setting, so you're
Right.
never gonna grow.
But
But
you know,
that's a whole nother
like a
topic.
jukebox, put a quarter in yourself.
Yeah, but you know
play
what it is too.
yourself.
Everybody, there's not much mixing going on. There's a lot of slamming.
Slamming, exactly.
So, and that's what it is they put it at that first kick or whatever it is, and they know it's there.
Cue points,
and
yeah.
the cue points, and they're slamming records. Nobody's mixing and blending, especially in the clubs.
Exactly.
And they're playing the TikTok verse
Right.
onto the next TikTok verse.
Right.
So everything is they're just slamming stuff, and a lot of times they don't make sense
Right.
when they're DJing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it may sound like a little bit weird or anything like that because I'm just trying to speak the truth. You
Right.
know, I grew up with the legends. You know, like listen to the legends, and till today I respect all of them. I know that's the question y'all gonna ask me later on.
We gotta ask you right now, like what DJs inspired you?
First and foremost, you know, one of the DJs that really put me on was Chubby Chub.
Okay.
I opened up for Chubby Chub a few years. I met him in UMass because I went to UMass Amherst, which was a party school. So I met him over there years ago. This is back in '98, long time. So I met him. Then we just became friends. Then after I graduated from college, I started opening up for Chubby Chub. I did 3 years of just open up, just becoming an opener.
Dope.
And one experience I had with him, just real quick, is that one day I tried to be like a little smart and not smart, trying to go a little ahead of the game, try to play all the hits before he got on. It was the worst mistake I made, man. You know, because what he did, he just kicked me off the DJ booth. You know, he came, he snapped, he was like, "Yo, time to go." So I just came out the DJ booth. What he did, he waited the record to go until the end. Then he stopped the music and he was like, 1 2 1 2. It's the heavy-headed DJ Chubby Chub.
Made his introduction. Right.
Club went crazy.
Right.
It made me look small.
Right.
From that day on, man, I was like, you got to play your position.
Absolutely.
You got to know how to play your records.
Yeah.
Until today, like DJs don't have that. You
No,
know?
there's no respect.
No respect. They play
Yeah.
every something because there's a science behind the whole DJing. A lot of DJs don't understand. The club owners, promoters, they make their money through sales of like the door,
and the
and the
bottles.
liquors.
Right.
So now, you want to make a little boring, not boring, but a little bit thing in the beginning because people, they get on. The first thing they want to do is go to the bar.
Go to the bar, get a drink.
But if the music is already like high, they're not gonna drink as much. So you
Right.
kind of like it's like you gotta
Incline,
go
gotta climb,
incline
yeah.
up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's a build-up, yeah.
And I had this conversation with a lot of club owners, and they're like, "You're right. There's a science to it. You know, so you gotta like build the night up. You know,
Right.
And so and each song is played in a different time. So 1 o'clock at 1 a.m. There's a song to be played at 1 a.m. That song, you know.
Right.
A lot of DJs, man, like 9 o'clock, they're playing the
That
1
one
a.m.
song.
song.
Yeah, the 1 a.m. song.
So it ruins the whole routine. There's no respect no more, and it's like it's
The crazy part also, like, you know, you're saying like they don't respect, but nowadays there's more than one DJ to a club now. There's like 4 or 5.
4 5.
So it's kind of, and there's many songs to pick from.
Right.
But it's also hard to remember who actually is the main DJ because it's 5 DJs.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to be the main DJ that night because there's 5 of them.
Right.
Stuff like that.
And I remember when the DJs come in, like I open up for a lot of DJs, Clue, DJ Juice, Kid Capri, Funk Flex, Red Alert, all them legends. I
Right.
open up for them, you know. And when they come in the club, you were like, yo, the DJ came in.
Yeah.
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 It's like it was a whole nother level. You
Right.
know what I'm
Another-
saying?
another vibe came in.
Today, it's like DJs coming in, but the people that in the crowd, they be like, oh, they look at his Instagram and be like, he only got 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
I got more followers than him, so I'm bigger than him.
Right. There's no
So
respect at all.
No respect at all.
Right.
So it's gone. The whole internet, social media just made them think that they, you know,
Did the shit.
they're the shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah.
Shit. Dope. So I think you answered a lot of questions in that one question.
I know
which
you
is
did.
good.
No. I just,
So who's the
going.
first promoter to put you on and let you close out a night, become a closer?
oh, let me go back to Chubby Chub was the first one, right? One of the founders. Then you got Craig G. Not the
Floor-
MC,
right,
the
floor level.
DJ.
The DJ,
Floor
DJ
level.
Craig G, yeah, from Harlem, yeah.
Yeah, from Harlem, Craig G. Then we got Kid Capri. Kid Capri to me is the god of like talking on the mic and DJing at the same time. I think he's
great-
the one who created that.
Right.
You
It's,
know?
it's like they always say, Dougie Fresh is the world's greatest entertainer.
Entertainer,
as,
right.
as an artist, but I think
As an artist, yeah.
Right, but as a DJ, I think it's Kick
Kick Capri,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Kid definitely,
Yeah,
man. Like
that's
that's
his title.
that's
He
the
was like-
DJ. I still today I look up to him, and I always respected his craft. He's a lot older, but I feel like he still has a lot of energy
Right.
and a lot of things. And one of the things I noticed, like the young DJs and the young people don't really respect him like that.
No, they
but
don't.
he's the type of DJ that he could rock any crowd, any age,
Any state,
you know, any
in
state,
any country.
It's
Right,
just that
right.
you know people think
He adapts to that.
yeah,
that, yeah.
people just think like he's just done or what. No. He got a lot to give, you know,
Yeah.
and a lot to teach.
Right.
It's just that the way the market is at right now is just terrible, man.
Yeah.
Like you say, you got 4 or 5 DJs in one night. You know,
Yeah, but that's the promoters. They do that to help promote their night is more than is what I see it as. You know what I mean?
because each DJ bring 20
Bring their
or
own-
30 people or whatever.
Exactly.
You know?
They got their own
Yeah.
crowd that they bring
Yeah,
with
I
them.
understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, talking about promoters, you think what do you think is more important, a promoter or the DJ?
Today, the promoters think they're bigger than the DJ.
Right.
I remember when I was doing Orlando, it was about the DJ on the flyer.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, that shit just switched. Now the
Yeah.
promoters
On the flyer.
put their pictures on the flyer and little name on.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah, wait, who's DJing?
yeah. So it switched.
Yeah.
But you know, and I think about that. Who wins at the end of the day? Are club owners, man.
Yes, they get paid.
They get paid. You
Yeah.
know,
I had
was
the
fighting
same-
between DJs and promoters.
Right.
Promoters should be like protecting the DJs.
Right. They should be. They're not. That's
They
the problem.
don't,
They're
they
not.
don't,
They're
you
protecting the ownership
The ownership.
that's making all the money from
All
the
the money,
bar,
yeah,
for the
yeah.
entrance, anything
Exactly.
else. They get the promoters get a percentage.
Yeah.
And then instead of fighting for DJs, now you know what? You're on your own. They'll get their lousy, sorry to say,
Hey,
$200
listen.
a hookah and a fucking bottle of if that.
If that.
That's a lot right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying to some DJs.
And to the people that are listening, man, if you don't like what we saying, we speaking the truth,
No,
man.
it's all
This
true
is
shit.
all real shit,
Yeah,
man.
it's true
you know, it's like we live this shit, man.
But if you think about it, if they don't like it, it's because it's them.
Exactly.
Because it's them.
They have their
The
own
ones
views.
that the ones who respect it are the ones that say, you know what, they're right.
Right. They
They're talking the shit that's really happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of promoters that don't stick up for the DJs at all, and that's the reason why the DJs keep on getting short changes. Because and then not only that, the DJs also shortchange each other because
Of course.
they forget the promoters talk to each other.
Exactly.
And the promoters go back to the owners. Why? Because the owners own the club.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They want to keep their job, so they're gonna go
Yeah.
to their boss,
Yeah.
say, "Hey, by the way, so and so, we give for 125."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, so and so we get for 75. Well, let's go with 75 because we can save $50 more
Exactly.
and
$50,
go in your
yeah.
pocket.
And, it's
And that's
easy
how it
now.
is.
And it's easy now because $75 back then, how much you had to spend on records?
Records, yeah.
You had to go buy
Doubles.
records. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you made no
Yeah.
sense. So you had to charge a little bit more in order for you to go keep up with the music. Today you just download the top 100 songs and that's it.
You ready to go.
You're a DJ now.
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah. I love this conversation.
That's
But I want to take it back a little bit
Go ahead.
to the early days in Orlando. The name of the Primetime DJs, how that came about.
Primetime DJs. I connected with my cousin Infrared. Then after he introduced me to Point Blank, and then we just created the team, Primetime DJs. And I don't know who came up with that name. I think it might have been me. I don't know.
According to the records and
Yeah.
to my
What
sources,
they've been
it
saying.
was you.
Yeah. It was you.
So and we just came up with that name and we just rolled with it. And I felt like the energy of Point Blank, like his scratchings is like a whole nother level. His
Yeah.
timing.
It's timing.
His timing is crazy.
It's his
So
in pocket.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
in
Pocket
the
and
pocket.
timing,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
for real. So we just came out with that, and we felt like Orlando needed something else. I remember when I came to Orlando, the first time I came to Orlando, and I did a showcase, and Frontline Promotion was there, which is Pat Nix.
Right, Pat
He
Nix.
was doing it. So I brought like a little bit of records like that, and I was just flipping to records.
Yeah.
Like a New York DJ record.
Right.
Right.
Like a
New
Fun
York-
Flex,
yeah,
a
yeah,
Kick
yeah.
Capri.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Orlando at the time they wasn't doing it.
They ain't like that, no. They ain't like that.
Pat Nix was like, yo, he's nice. So I came for vacation. Then I decided to move to Orlando in 2004. Then after that, I just started rolling with Pat Nix
Right.
and every gig that he was doing. So
Yeah.
that's how we became connected like that.
Okay. And then What's the idea of branding and self-worth comes to you, part of being a DJ?
Oh, that's a big thing right now, man. Big thing right now. Back then, we had no clue about marketing. You know, it was all about skills.
Yeah.
It was all about like putting the time and work and perfecting your skills. You know, today it's like I find myself not even practicing, more on the phone, just trying to
Right.
it's
Promote
like
yourself,
trying to
yeah.
promote myself, trying to sell myself. You know, with pictures, with videos, and all this. It's a lot of time consuming.
Right.
You know, and you tend to lose a little bit on the craft.
Yeah.
And but it's definitely a big thing. Is we gotta adapt to the changes. You know,
Right,
we
right.
cannot complain. We just gotta go along with it, but at the same time, be real to what it is. Like I said, everywhere I go, I gotta bring the turntables. You know, everywhere I DJ, I get girls around me because they like the turntables.
Right.
You know, they like to see the
They
shit
actually like the
spinning.
real DJ. They
You know?
can't believe that it's still happening.
Like, what is
This
that?
Yeah, what is
happening,
that?
yeah, you
What
know?
is that thing that's spinning around?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
So
He DJ.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's one of them
Yeah.
things. Like, you know, just to answer your question real quick.
Right. No,
Yeah, no, absolutely. But talking about the branding, I told we had Chaotic Blaze here, and I told her a story about one time when you approached me, because I used to keep the laptop in front of me blocking my face,
Exactly.
and you was like, "Correct, you got to move the laptop to the left or the right because you're selling yourself,
Exactly.
and also you're getting lost in the laptop and you're not paying attention to what's
Exactly.
going on with the crowd."
Exactly.
So I always, from then on, I appreciate you. I thank you for that,
Right.
and I move my laptop now left side or right side, but you know, you're selling, you are the product pretty much.
I
You know
got
what mean?
that from Kid Capri
Okay.
because I really pay attention to what he does.
Right.
You know, because he's a performer. And another thing, when he came to Orlando to DJ at the Roxy's,
Okay.
you know, the booth,
Right.
it's like
Small.
hides everything.
Yeah, Small, yeah,
not
yeah.
only that, hides everything, hides the turntables. The dude set up on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You know,
he has to
and
be seen.
He has to be seen. That's the
Yeah.
performer.
That's-
That's
yeah.
the way it should be done.
Yeah.
These club owners, they be designing clubs and putting the DJs somewhere
In the
else
corner,
and
yeah.
hiding.
Right.
Yo, I hate that.
Yeah, yeah.
I really hate that. Like
that-
where
is-
they hide.
The
they
hide the
hide
DJ,
you,
or don't even have the equipment.
hide the equipment. You know, this is it's like hiding someone who's playing
The band.
A
The
band,
hand band.
just hiding, just showing their faces.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
But these are little things that we need to work on. The DJs, the promoters, they need to, you know, let's take it back, man. Let's take it back to
respect.
what it was before.
Yeah, the
you know?
respect. You know, like I seen online. You probably seen the same thing. I seen a DJ on a stage with a white glow box in front of him,
Right.
but there's no equipment.
Nothing
Okay.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the crowd's going crazy, but there's no, he's not even DJing.
Yep.
But that's, again, blaming the promoters or the people who own the place.
Right.
They're not supporting they're not supporting the craft. They don't know what it is that for us, we need our instruments to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Turntables are instruments, or the equipment, the mixer is instruments.
Right.
And I give you another thing too about equipment. Reason why I bring my equipment and the reason why they don't have the equipment appropriate to the hip hop DJs because we spin different than house DJs.
Right.
House DJs, they, as we all know, they take about 6 minutes to switch from record to record.
Yeah.
5 to 6 minutes. Hip hop DJs, we go 1 minute, 2 minutes, boom,
Right.
boom, boom, boom. And our equipment is different. So what happened? A lot of club owners, they adapted to the house DJs equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So the hip hop DJs have to adapt to what's going to what equipment they're having in the club.
Yeah.
Instead of them being like, no, I'm not DJing on that. This is my equipment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just adapted to it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like that's why that whole turntable just faded out, you know, because the DJs just is adapted to what the club has.
Right.
You know, and I still I refuse that, you know, because I feel like got DJs like Kid Capri, DJ Snake, one of the biggest DJs in the world,
He's a hip hop DJ.
turntables.
Yes. He's a
Biggest
hip-hop DJ.
festival,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
turntables. How he could do it, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
He's a hip hop lover. He started with hip hop.
DJ Khaled,
Yeah.
you know, another DJ that's turntables all day. Anywhere he goes, if he touches that shit, he has to touch turntables.
Right.
So I feel like there's only a few DJs, and then you got the scratch DJs, you know, all the turntables DJs that's still, and I respect them a lot because they still keep that art form
Right.
going.
Right.
You know,
You see
imagine
Jazzy
them-
Jeff. You see Scratch
Jazzy Jeff,
Bastard.
that's another one.
all of
Jazzy
them.
Jeff, all of them. We respect all of them because that's where it has to be, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about you were in a Pepsi competition or something like that,
Oh,
right?
man, back in the day.
Talk about that. Like how'd you get on that and
I submitted a mixtape, Actually, who helped me out on that mixtape was what's his name? Point Blank,
Okay.
like the intro.
Okay.
Submit that, and they liked it. So I went to go compete in Miami. This is back in 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So I did the battle in Miami. The host was Clinton Sparks, which I know really
Yeah.
well.
Shout out to Clint Sparks.
And what's his name? Irie at the time.
Irie,
I didn't know
shout out to
Irie.
Irie,
So now
yeah.
we became real good friends. Because I'm based out of Miami. He's over there. He's the king in Miami.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's also
Yeah.
the basketball main DJ
For the
and
Heat.
also the cruise line main
He-
DJ.
For
he
Carnival.
For Carnival, yeah.
Well, he hires the DJs.
yeah,
for
right.
Carnival.
He's the main guy who hires the DJs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the time I did the battle, and once again it's Miami. I brought that whole style. I tell this to everyone, even when I went to Africa, because when I went to Africa for 10 years, I went out there and I brought something different. Like
Right.
the DJs really respect me in Africa because I brought what I learned in America. I tell this to every DJ out there. I didn't create the shit. You know, I learned it, and I always give props to the people that I learned it from. Kid
Right.
Capri, Chubby Chub, all the DJs, Funk Flash, Red Alert, all of them. You know, so when I brought that style to Africa, it was like, whoa, this is different. You know, in Miami, at the time, there wasn't DJs doing that. Not a lot of New York DJs were coming down like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So when I did the battle, I was just flipping to records.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. So I won that battle.
Dope.
You know, we did 3 rounds and
Yeah.
I won that battle. So then the next thing, I wanted them to do another battle. But what
Okay.
happened is that they did votes on the internet. Guess who won? A DJ from California that's already like has a lot of followers.
Right.
He was doing a DJ for a basketball team. But
Okay.
So it was based on that. If it was
Popularity.
battle,
Popularity.
Yeah, popularity.
Probably
Battle,
somebody
we
that
would've-
shouldn't even been in the battle.
Right.
yeah. So if it was really battle, we would have, it would
Right.
have been a different situation,
Yeah.
It happened the way it is. So
They should have put you and him in the boxing like they did for the Sprite commercial.
Oh.
KRS and MC Shan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like a head-to-head joint. So talk to us about the street gossip mixtapes.
shoot, at the time, we just like we trying to like get in that whole like mixtapes at the time was like the #1 shit, man, and we felt like we wanted to do it here in Orlando the same way that was being done in New York and stuff
Okay.
like that. And enough respect to New York, man. New York and the Jamaicans, man.
Yes.
I feel like they really creative, and the reason why hip hop was created and Jamaicans created hip hop.
Yep.
Let's be real,
Yep.
it's because it's just like in Africa. You go to Africa, every single little kid knows how to dance.
Yep.
It's amazing, yo.
Yeah.
They have rhythm inside of them. So, and they feel like the poorest, the more creative you are,
Right.
So Jamaica being poor,
Yeah.
they creative, and they the ones who brought that to here. Just like the Spanish people brought some of that culture here too. So enough respect to everyone that's that's from that side of the country and bringing that. What was your question again? Mr.
So we're talking about the street.
The street gossip.
The street
mix.
gospel, the
Yeah.
mixtapes, yeah. So the mixtapes, we had to do it the way we did it, and once again, we just like trying to bring that element back into Orlando, and I
Right.
felt like it was a success. And we wished we had continued it. Today we would have been like #1s, but things happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've done radio, right?
I never did radio, man. I did a little bit of radio when I was in college. I was the DJ. We had a little radio station in college.
College
but-
station.
Yeah, college
Did
station.
you do radio in Africa by any chance? Or
I did radio in Africa. Yeah,
okay.
I did radio in Africa, but not just a DJ. And a little bit of hosting. That's
Okay.
it.
Right.
But I never got
So it's your
into
show,
it.
your show then basically.
Yeah, yeah,
The show
yeah,
you
yeah.
host and DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
For sure.
What's a mistake you see a lot of DJs, upcoming DJs do? The ones
First
you
and foremost, charge $75. Let me get a bottle to get in. That's the worst mistake you could ever make.
Right.
You know, I think that they gotta perfect their style,
Their craft and stuff.
their craft, and also be well rounded with music. You know?
Yeah.
Like really go back, not just download 100 songs and consider yourself a DJ. because there's gonna be scenarios that you're gonna be putting on. Like for example, I DJ at the H, right? Over there, I spend
Small
everything.
spot in it's a small area you have.
Small spot.
I
Yeah.
spend everything though. I'm talking about Moroccan music,
Dope.
Arab music, Turkish music.
Right.
I put everything in one bowl, and that's what I have to use my headphones in order to
be able to mix that. Absolutely.
Right.
You know, imagine I go in there with no headphones. I'd
Right.
be all over the place.
Right.
So once again, that's the reason why I'm talking about. Like you gotta continue using the headphones so like that you don't lose that ability, because
Right.
it's all about being able to continue doing, perfecting your ability to do something. So you become comfortable in not
Well,
using it and you lose it.
I think the people that are doing that too, they don't care about having that eclectic music collection.
Exactly. Yeah, that
You know,
could be
they're
it,
not, they're not worried about playing Moroccan music or whatever it is. But me being a music lover, if it's good music, it don't matter what it is.
Don't matter what it is.
I'm
man.
downloading it and I'm trying to fit it somewhere. You know what I mean? It could be a country song. It could be, if it sounds good and it feels good, because obviously I go off of feeling, so it has to feel good to me, then it don't matter what it is. But the DJs, I think that they're stuck in that zone of whether it's hip hop or dance hall or whatever, or reggaeton, right? Dembow and stuff like that. That everything pretty much is the same
rhythm,
same key, same tone, same.
Exactly.
And so
trap is like everything's
everything is, if it's 66 BPM, it's gonna sound the same. You know what I mean? So it's easy to mix.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I think that's what it is really. They're stuck in that.
And another thing is like holding the microphone with one hand and DJing with one hand and smoking a hookah with the other hand. It's like, I don't understand what the heck they're doing, man. It's like,
That's a new image.
That's
a new picture.
A lot of tricks, man. It's like
I didn't be an octopus DJ.
No, absolutely.
Multiple hands.
But it's true. It's true what he's saying. I've seen it.
I've seen it, man. It's like, going back to the legends. Kid Capri doing all of that, holding the microphone in one hand, you won't be able to do what he does.
Right.
No.
When he gets to that,
You can't move 50 records and pile them all up.
Right.
And get to that segment where he's actually cutting and then he's talking. You can't.
Right.
You can't mix. The only DJ that I know that could mix really well with one hand is Black Coffee.
Yeah.
House DJ. He has only one hand. The other hand, it doesn't work. So he DJs one hand.
Right.
And that's the smoothest guy I ever heard DJing with freaking one hand.
Right.
And that's understandable because
Right.
the
He
other
has no
hand
choice.
doesn't work.
Right. He has no choice.
Right.
It has no choice.
Right.
But how do you do hip hop? I don't know. It's all about drops. Say something, drop. Say something, drop.
Right. But we talk a lot about hip hop, but you play everything, like you said before.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
You
definitely.
started.
I started
in the
as a hip hop DJ.
right? But now you play
100%.
everything, like
everything. Yeah.
Well, to put it, and I said this too before, to put it how far ahead Walgee is, I think it was like 2008 around there. Since then, he
playing
told me,
Afrobeats. Wasn't
he
he
told
playing-
me, yo, correct, you need to start playing Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Since that long ago.
Right.
Now look where Afrobeats is at now.
Now you have to have it.
You have to have it. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Definitely.
So
Because I feel everything comes from Africa. Africa's getting his respect right now.
yeah.
Definitely getting his respect right now. There's a lot of talent, man. It's amazing talent out there. It's just they don't get the proper look. And right now, Afrobeats just came, but there's other
genres.
Other genres.
That's why
man.
I like the I'm a Piano.
I'm a piano, yeah.
Fire.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
You got to see how they party in South Africa
Yeah.
with I'm a piano.
One day I could make it there.
There's a difference. Like the DJ that play I'm a piano here in America, the vibe is cool, but what makes the party is the people.
Right.
How they
React to
really
it.
react to the song. And it's like I'm a piano took over. Like in South
That shit,
Africa.
the drums,
The drums,
and
yeah.
just the bass on it, just
Exactly.
it's tribal, how I call it.
Exactly.
It has that tribal feeling. You know what I
And
mean?
they did a little different. There's no kick on the song.
Right.
Yeah, that's what makes it. When the bass comes in, that's
Right.
when the song comes up.
That's when
And
it comes to
whoever
life, yeah.
The DJ that created that, he's amazing, man. Like,
Yeah.
you just like let me not put a kick to it. It's just
Yeah.
And it's all of a sudden it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a dope genre that I definitely always look out for, and been listening to a lot lately is the I'm a Piano genre.
Sure.
Is there one night out for you that's like memorable, like a big night, either you spinning or a concert or something like that?
Yeah, in Africa, I did this. I DJ with Bob Sinclair.
Okay.
and we had about 15 to 20,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing, and I really had a crowd going because I had a drop from DJ Khaled, a video drop.
Okay.
Him saying DJ Walgee, Africa, blah blah blah, and the people went bananas.
Right.
So that first record I dropped had to be a Khaled record, and I
Okay.
played Wild Thoughts, and
Okay.
crowd went crazy,
Right.
and you could see the energy, and that was one of them. And there's a few, man. I DJ'd at the Tunnel too.
Dope.
This is '98. and
98,
it's
that's
like
the tunnel.
walking
Flex,
in.
that's Flex home back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm sure
I don't
that
know
was crazy.
I don't know how Flex did it, man. DJing with knobs.
Yeah.
That's how I used to switch songs. Like, it's just crazy.
And the tunnel was a war zone, yo.
Yes, it was a
You
war
had to
zone.
go there 20 deep, minimum.
They had speaker souls. The bass, you could walk inside the bass. That's how big the speakers were.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Like I said, you had to go there 20 deep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You had to. There was a minimum 20 people deep. You couldn't go
A
there.
lot of fights, a lot of
a lot
stabbing.
of
in
fights, a
tunnels.
lot of
Yeah.
yeah. Great time in hip hop,
great
Yes.
time, man.
music, just music. Period. Not because of the violence,
Nah.
because you know how people
It
like
was-
to
'cause
spin
it was
shit.
real hip hop.
It was hip-hop,
A
you know
lot
what I
of
mean?
breaks came through the tunnel.
Right. If you ain't making it in the tunnel, you wasn't making it out of it.
Right.
You know, what I mean, if your song wasn't rocking in the tunnel, it wasn't rocking.
We're talking about what, 95, 6
Yeah,
maybe?
95.
95, 96,
Yeah, from
97?
there on up. Yeah. I don't know how many years they did it, but it was a good chunk
Right,
of time.
right.
I tried to get in one time, but it wasn't happening.
I didn't try.
It was like, get the fuck out of here.
So you play a bunch of music, all types of music, but if you were stuck in one decade of music, what decade would that be?
90s hip hop,
90s hip hop.
of course. I felt like there was a lot of, it's not like trap. Trap stays at 65, 70 BPMs. Hip hop goes from 60, 90s, 100 BPMs, and a little bit higher. You
Yeah,
know?
112s or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
112. So you kind of have I'm a DJ that I really look at BPMs. That's how I'm able to mix from song to song. Because I don't go from 70 BPMs to 90. This
There's
is
a big difference.
the big difference.
Right.
And I'll go from a 65 to a 120. So you double it up.
You double it
Right.
up,
Double
double
up.
time.
Right,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So
you're not
I
going to
s-
speed
I
it up
s-
all the way up to 8
I
and try to
stick
mix
that.
it.
I stick to that.
Yeah.
In every genre that I do, really stick to that. you know?
Right. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Right.
Yeah. It's a puzzle. Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any new DJs out there you have your attention on? That you're watching now, you should see how their crafts are?
I go out almost not every night, but I try to go a lot, and I learn a lot from every DJ, whether it be good or bad. Especially the music. Sometimes they will play a song that I don't have, so I'm learning right there. Sometimes they will say something on the mic that I don't say. I'm learning right there. So I pick up every little bit from every DJ. So because we in this world that we just learn from each other, we feed from
course.
each other, and the DJs that are coming up right now, there's a few good DJs. One of them, he's not coming up, but his name, man, Jesus, just kept out of my mind right now, man. Man.
He's in Miami?
No, he's out here in Orlando.
Oh, in Orlando.
Damn, I gotta look it up, man. Jeez, I can't believe I forgot his name. But anyways, I'll come back to it.
Where'd you go that you saw him? And maybe we could.
I went to Mango's upstairs, second floor.
Oh, you talking about on a Saturday night or Friday night?
Saturday night.
Oh, that's
He had to use headphones though.
Yeah,
Exclusive
he's
City.
Exclusive City.
Yeah. He don't wear headphones though.
yeah.
He don't wear headphones. He's in
Yeah,
that.
but he's nice.
He's nice.
He's
He
nice.
can talk on the microphone.
Exactly.
He can rock a crowd.
Exactly.
He goes. He can
But
bring
it was-
you from here to there, but he doesn't wear headphones.
But he's
Right.
comfortable.
He's comfortable.
That's
Okay.
why
Yeah.
we put him in a different scenario.
Yeah.
I think I had this conversation with him before.
I think,
I'm not
and I
sure.
think I saw you in the Kick a pre-show.
Kick
You
appreciate
was there.
After that, I was
We
spoken
was-
for about
right,
an hour
right.
outside.
Right.
Yeah, so he's a really good DJ, and then but
what
if
I'm
he
saying.
really wants to grow, he needs to start wearing his headphones.
Right.
Yeah, grow to the next level. Because
Right.
I'll put him in this scenario like, let's go to Africa. He's gonna be lost.
Right. Right.
That's
But he is
reality.
good though. He is good.
Yeah.
He's definitely good.
I've been a couple of times, and every time I go, the room is rocking. You know, and the room is kind of crazy because that's an extra room for that club.
Right.
The main room is the main room, of course.
Right.
Is the
They know what
extra
they're
room.
going there for. The
Right.
extra room is the
Exactly, exactly. But he's
And
dope.
there's other, there's other DJs. Other DJs that I look up to. Big Band
Okay.
from New York.
Yep.
Precise.
Yep.
And Fat Fingers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see more. There's a bunch of. I'm not even gonna get into like the turntables.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's a whole other level. You know.
Yeah. It's a whole different world. Yeah.
Basically those, man. There's a few other DJs international that I look up to. But when it comes to hip hop, those main ones, I try not to look at too many DJs, then you get lost a little bit.
Right, right.
So,
there is a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of great DJs out there. It's just I try to, perfect their style, like Big Band, all of them,
Yeah.
Right.
Camilo has a whole new energy. I feel he's the young Kid Capri,
Right, yeah.
everybody says that.
Camilo. Yeah. He definitely he brings that energy. Yeah.
Yeah, his energy is amazing. Yeah, there's a few.
Okay. What's your feeling about people requesting songs?
I think it's great.
Yeah,
That's
you embrace it.
To me, where I work,
Right.
the places I do, and the crowd that comes through, it'll be something. That's why I have a crate of Moroccan music
Right.
from having
From learning those. Yeah. From those
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So I give them my phone. They write it.
Okay.
And I save it.
Dope.
I go home and download it.
Yeah.
Put in that folder.
Yeah.
Unless they come in and asking for a song that's obvious. Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
He's not gonna
everybody.
play Bad Bunny tonight.
Right.
You can't go out. You can't do a club without playing Bad Bunny. You just
Yeah.
can't. So so you get those type of people. I like the request that something that I don't have. Or if it's something that I do have, it helped me out a few times. So like sometimes you get stuck.
You get a little lost.
You're
Yeah.
a little lost, and it comes that person and just saves you.
Right.
Be like, once you play this,
Throws you
"Oh,
that
shit.
alley oop.
Let me
Yeah.
play
I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that. And it changed
Yeah.
the whole direction.
Right.
Yeah.
So see, different DJs have different options about
No.
it.
Yeah. And it's true. But
To
sometimes
me, it helps me a lot.
Yeah, sometimes you got that one person that's a pain in the ass. Though.
Well,
yes,
you just walked
yes.
into the room.
They walk straight there.
Yeah, for sure.
They ain't even hit
Straight
the
to
bar.
booth.
Straight to
Exactly.
the booth. You know, and it's 10:05. Doors just open. Can you
Yeah.
play Bad Bunny?
Exactly. Yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that
Those
are,
are the ones. Yeah.
or the ones that request a song, and you
5
play the
times?
song. No, you play the song, and they leave the club.
Or they're
Exactly.
too drunk to
Or
realize.
they're too drunk
to realize.
and they come back. Yo, can you play? I played it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
And the other thing, I make money off of that shit too.
that's
There you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Hey,
I be getting $100 tips and
Shit.
shit like that, man.
I'll
walk
play
out
it.
That's
of-
different.
Sometimes I walk out of certain clubs at $400 or $500
Off a request.
Right.
off a request.
Yeah.
I know that. I
Because
know
they-
that one spot you had on the H room. That's a sexy room.
Yeah.
It's not too big, but it's the
Yeah, it's a
patio.
dope
the
restaurant, yeah.
dope restaurant, but also the
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 vibe.
vibe is just crazy. The
Yeah.
outside patio, stuff like that. The way
Yeah.
they had the DJ center to the room,
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
You know what I try to do? Right, I do an application, right, where, but then I found out it already exists, where people request a song and they'll donate money
Okay.
towards the DJ. So now imagine you got 100 people or 200 people in the crowd, and they'll like send you a message. Got to be some sort of application where they
Like
send you a
QR
message.
code, like a QR code.
Yeah, then if you want that request, you give $5.
If you have the song though,
Yeah.
because they gotta make sure you have the song.
But if you know that option is available, you put internet on your phone, on your computer. Because I use Spotify, I use the other one too, Tidal. So I have all the songs.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah,
I was looking at something.
The QR code, send you the request.
Well, I was looking at something. I sent it to June. I sent it on IG. There's a application,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I seen that last night.
There's an application that as a DJ, you go on your laptop,
Dope.
and then you go to Spotify. Top 100 songs right now, right? And then the application, you select all the songs in Spotify. The application takes those songs and creates a folder, right?
Wow, dope.
And then you can go, I forgot, someplace else, I think it is.
There's
And then-
another platform.
and
to
there's
go
another
to.
platform you go to, and when you hit create, it checks your laptop to see if you have the song already. Okay.
Okay.
And if you don't, it downloads the songs you don't have
Oh, dope.
and creates the playlist of top 100 songs and then creates a crate within Serato for you.
Wow.
So the songs that you downloaded and the songs that are actually in your laptop
It
come
moves
now
them.
a brand new crate.
A whole new playlist
Yeah.
of
What the
top
fuck
ones.
now?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a DJ.
That's
Yeah,
easy as hell. That's easy as hell.
He showed me that shit. I saw it actually this morning. I seen it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when I saw it, I just turned my phone
Yeah.
off and put it down because, you know, it's going to mess up the game because just because all those songs are the top 100 songs, do they mix? Do they sound good together? Can you play them together?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause-
and some DJs don't really study the music.
No.
So like, you know, everything I have on my laptop, I know.
Right.
So I study the music.
Right.
So now you have DJs playing records that they have no idea what the fuck they're playing because a machine
Exactly.
created that
Created that
box
playlist
for
for
you,
them,
the
yeah.
playlist for you.
Well, another thing I still like about New York is that the crowd out there, they could tell you, like, if the DJ sucks, they'll tell you.
No.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah,
gotta
absolutely.
come correct. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of DJs from New York, they're good. You know, it's not like out here. The DJ sucks, they still partying. You know,
Yeah. Shit, the girls
Swear
out
to
there in New
God.
York will tell you, well, you suck.
Well, you know what it is too.
Yeah.
When you go to New York and you want to get in, you paying money. You paying $50 to get into
Right.
the club. You paying
Yeah.
top dollar.
Like Miami.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like here where it's ladies free till 11.
Right.
So they
All
don't care.
night.
As long as they're getting good drinks.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, if you pay your money, then you know, yeah, you're gonna go see Camilo because you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna
Right.
hear all your bangers from dancehall to dembow to
To-
bachata to merengue.
Exactly.
He's gonna go across the board, and you're gonna have a great time. So you pay your money.
Right.
You know what I mean? But here, it's not like that.
And you also know where to go to. Like you said, if you go Camilo, you know you're going to get everything.
You know, right?
You go to Flex, you're going to get
Everything on that end.
on that end,
Right.
like majority be hip hop,
Yeah,
party
but
reggae.
even Flex now, he
plays reggae now, reggaeton now.
He plays reggaeton.
Yeah.
I've heard him play some EDM joints. If they
Right.
banging, you know what I'm saying, they
right.
fire. He's playing them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what the difference is that up there, up north, people are paying money, so they know who they're going to see and why they're going to see them. Here, you know, if you're downtown, you got just random people roaming into your club. They don't know about the DJ. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't
They're in
care.
the party central.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they just,
Yeah, and it's the same thing. I had this conversation before where here the clubs and the promoters don't get behind the DJs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're not promoting the
DJ.
DJ. They're not making the DJ the star,
Right.
which will
Exactly.
help make their night bigger also.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. You know what I mean? Like every week they have a different DJ or
And
you know.
I was thinking, like, back then, right? I even had this conversation with Fred and Primetime DJs. Let's create a union.
Right.
we talked about that.
You
Yeah.
know, and inside a union, you got top DJs, middle DJs, and the ones that starting.
Right.
So it's obvious the one that's just starting, they get paid a certain amount. And
Right.
The ones in the middle get paid certain, and the ones on top pay. There's a lot of top DJs.
Of course.
here, you know.
Yeah.
And if everybody be like, no, I'm not taking that $100. I'm
Yep.
not taking that $200. If everybody stays on the same page,
Mhm.
I think something could happen.
Of course.
Like a union, that's how it works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and nobody wants to do that.
No, because they want the hookah,
fame.
they want the
fame.
chicks,
Right.
they want that, you know, if you
fame.
the,
That's
the
it.
fame, they want that popularity,
Right.
especially
Exactly.
they want the likes, the follows, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they're gonna do it for what you say, a hookah and a bottle,
That's it.
and it's not even good liquor. You getting like some
Yeah.
potato vodka,
And they're
Exactly.
saying
You know what I mean?
that they get that $11.99 bottle.
like then that
Yeah,
shit that
yeah.
you could pick up. You know what I mean? It's in the front
crazy.
aisle in ABC Liquor or something like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
Yeah, they're not getting that good, that good vodka, like from P1.
Yeah, they're not-
P1
they're
vodka.
not
They ain't
getting-
getting that stuff.
1942.
you ain't,
Oh, no.
you ain't getting
No,
that.
they ain't getting that. They ain't getting
You
that.
ain't getting that. You-
19 something else, but they ain't got 1942.
You getting the bottom of the barrel, the cheap shit of tequila. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be nothing crazy. What advice would you give to aspiring DJs? Somebody coming up just starting.
I give them, I tell them like this, look, first and foremost, you gotta have love for the art form of DJing. If you don't have that, just quit, man.
Right.
Like, honestly, just quit, and you're not gonna go far with that, you know. You really gotta respect the art form. That's my main thing, you know. And I tell them this because this is why I'm still doing it, you know. I'm still carrying my shit sometimes. Sometimes I carry my equipment, man.
Yeah.
You know, because I look back, I used to carry 9 crates. You know, I used to do all this stuff. You know, sometimes the clubs don't have it. Most of my international gigs, I have my rider.
You're right.
But out here, sometimes they don't. It's
Yeah.
like too much, you know,
Right.
every week trying to get. So I eliminate that. So I bring my own shit, you
Yeah.
know. And so I tell them, listen, just respect the art form, have love for it, and forget about the girls. And the other thing, if you're ready to come out, make sure you really practice. Because before I hit the stage or I did my first gig, I was DJing for about a year at home, just practicing. And then that opportunity came, and I played my position once again, doing the opening.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, I respect a lot of DJs that know how to do a really good opening. You know, reason why is that I done opening. I still did opening the other day. You know, I was at the club from 10 to 12 before I went to Dare.
Okay.
This is at Pillows. So DJ Live It Up came next. It's
Yeah.
another DJ that's really good too. And so I played them songs that I didn't hit the hits. You know?
Right.
No, of course, but there's so much music
So
that
much
you don't have to
music.
hit
And
the
so many
hits
hits.
now.
Yep.
And there's older hits that people still enjoy and they want to listen to. So
So you gotta have your
opening crate.
Yeah, your opening crate.
yeah, but people don't understand that. You know, I tell people all the time, opening is harder than closing.
It is definitely.
You know, and is the same thing. There's an art and there's a science to it too.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like you said, slow build up. You gonna
Slow
rock some
build
R&B
up,
joints. You know what I
exactly.
mean? You go a couple here and there.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I love to open. I ain't even gonna lie
Yeah,
because of that. Because I can hear music I haven't heard in 5 years
Exactly.
or whatever it is. I'm not playing what's on the radio right now.
Exactly.
But people think, you know,
The problem why you hate about opening is waiting for your check at the end of the night.
yeah.
Motherfucker, you already know my money. Give him my money. I gotta wait.
I worked my 2 hours. Just pay me when I'm done. And if I want to
Don't
stay,
count
I stay.
shit. Count what you're supposed to count already.
Right. You know, so promoters, I think that they should start. They already know what they're gonna pay you every week.
Right.
Right. So I think that's another form of respecting the DJ is,
Having an envelope already.
yo, when I show up, I'm here to work already.
Yep.
Give me my money when I show up. You know what I'm saying? Or when I'm done with my set, I'm done doing my shift. Just pass me the envelope real quick. There was only one promoter I worked with that ever did that. I would show up after and it didn't matter if I opened or closed or whatever. Once I was done, whether it was a promoter or their assistant or whatever, was there next to me. Yo, here's your money. Pack up and leave.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So promoters need to take a tip from that and because treat me the way you want to be treated, right?
Exactly.
That's what it boils down to. Give me my money.
Exactly. What is the rider you have for your equipment?
I have the techniques.
Okay.
I have I bring my own phase.
Okay.
Reason why I don't use needles is because I have a hard time, especially if I'm doing festivals or anything, because of the bass.
Music, yeah.
And you know, and it's just the needles, like, you know.
You have
it's the
doubles of those?
Of what?
Of the phrase because of the timing?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I use that, but I'm more into the Rain 12s now.
Okay.
You know, the one with no needles.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
How do those feel? They feel pretty
they
good?
feel good, and especially when I do house music.
Okay.
When you do regular turntables, it moves.
Okay.
You got to be more precise with it.
Right,
You know?
right.
And with the Rain 12s is digital.
Okay.
You know? So that's the closest form of
To get to the turntable,
to
yeah.
the turntable without messing up your routine, you know?
Gotcha.
And that's the reason why I use it. You know?
Yeah.
But I still have my peers. I have about 9 turntables, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I still have my records. In fact,
That's
one
what's
day
up.
I want to definitely go do like a party with all my
Records with vinyls, yeah,
Oh,
with vinyls
vinyls,
or
yeah.
45s.
Yeah,
I've been to a
I'm gonna
couple
do
parties
that.
with 45s.
Definitely gonna do that in Miami.
There's a spot in Miami, it's like a little
There's
lounge.
2 spots or 3 spots.
I know about one
Yeah.
that it's like it's real dark.
Tony Touch be going over there.
Yeah, and it basically, you got to play vinyl only.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They have the
Is it?
vinyls right in the
Right
back.
behind the back,
It's just
right.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, yeah.
We got to take a trip out there.
Yeah,
That's dope.
definite. So talking about equipment, what's your choice of headphones you use?
Right now I'm on Shure, but any headphones, man. Like as long as it's soft, you know.
Right.
Right.
And I'm having I actually went to the doctors not too long ago. I'm having like from doing this so many years, my hip is like this.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you like that's another thing too, like staying in shape and being able to you know, do what you got to do before you even, you know, crash. You
Right,
know?
right.
Right.
And they told me like I need to change positions now. I need to put the headphones on this side.
Right.
So I can switch it like
It's
that,
crazy
but
because we
fun.
had Free Fall here, and he has the
In earbuds.
inbuilds. He put
He put some in his
fit,
ear.
We had him fit to his ear.
He had them
though.
fitted to his
To
ear.
his
So,
ear.
but he's more of aesthetics. So he runs the cable down his back,
Right.
and then it comes around his front. But they're in-ear molds that he had
Oh,
made.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they sound amazing because they're literally inside his ear.
Right.
But how can he hear what's because I have to do this, you know?
Yeah.
I have to listen to what
Yeah,
I'm mixing.
I'm not
He
sure.
might because
Yeah,
you know
one
you can
on,
you know
one
in
off, yeah.
he might have one on one off, but you know in the mixer you can put it to mix and you can hear what you're mixing. It's not the same,
Yeah.
but I think he does.
But he's
one
also
on,
an
one off.
alien too. Man, forget.
Yeah, he is an alien.
Yeah.
It's a long story behind the alien thing.
Yeah,
Bro.
wow.
but
you see it.
I'm sure. I think I've seen him with one on, one off.
Oh, one off,
Yeah. So how was it? You worked with Final Scratch before, right? Before Serato.
Oh yeah. That was like the first one.
How
man.
was it using Final Scratch?
I wasn't too in love
What's
with
the
it, man.
difference that you see between Final Scratch and the improvements they made with Serato?
Oh, it's a lot more smoother. You know,
Yeah.
not only that, it's like Jesus, it's like day and night, man. It's a whole big difference. And I found it like a little harder for me to do the transition between the records and Final Scratch. But when Final Scratch eventually got a little better, then so I was like, oh, let me go towards that because I remember going to Africa and bringing 9 crates. I ended up paying freaking $700
Extra.
extra.
Yeah.
at the
Just to
time.
go, right?
Just to go
Just to
because
go.
of the records. Yeah. I was like, forget this,
Right.
no more.
Yeah. Now.
I'm gonna adapt somehow.
Yeah, and then you definitely got to get somebody to carry all that shit for you too.
Right.
Yeah. I went to Europe first, then I went to Africa.
Oh damn! So you had to pay twice.
Twice, yeah.
That's crazy. So anything you're working on right now? Currently working on?
Yeah, I got a little studio that I'm building up in Miami.
Okay.
We're gonna be working with a few artists
Mm-hmm.
based out of that because my partner, he knows he has a good relationship in the music industry right now. So we're working on that. I'm working on my African tour. I cannot leave Africa behind. I always got to go every now and then. But I'm doing 4 countries, which is Mozambique, South Africa, Angola, and Congo. So I'm doing that. And I wish I could do more.
Yeah.
Just those 4 countries is already 4 weeks.
Right,
gone,
right,
You know,
right.
so I can't stay too long because I'm building in Miami. And as you already know, if you long for too long,
Dude, somebody else take your spot. Right.
done.
Right.
You know,
Right.
comes the DJ with a hookah and
The one-handed joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they take over. But
But-
yeah, so I'm working on those things, and the other thing I want to do for 2023 is do a lot more mixes.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I'm missing that. You know, I'm putting out mixtapes and stuff.
Oh,
like
mixtapes?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely put that out and work more on my content, which is like do videos and stuff like that. I remember doing pandemic, I was doing Instagram lives and I was doing with the green screen.
Yeah.
I built my own green screen, everything. You had the whole
The whole city behind you.
No, yeah,
You can
and
see
then
a
you
green
had
screen, you put-
time. You
right,
mean
right.
you had time. So I was using what's the name of that program? Jeez, I just skipped out of my mind. But anyways, I did the whole green screen. That shit came out dope. I was changing scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
When I go into I'm a piano and I'll play someone dancing on piano. So I was
And the green screen.
in the green screen.
Yeah, there's someone on fucking YouTube. I don't know what's his name. He has a big ass beard. He plays different genres of music. He has
Okay.
a screen. He'd be like in Miami. He'd be in fucking
Yeah, I was
Paris.
doing that, yeah.
He'd be doing all these areas.
Yeah.
And then, but this is the shit about it. He's dancing and everything, his videos. And I was looking, just do the holidays, because I put that shit on to, while count down the new year.
Right.
The shit's not plugged in.
Oh,
wow.
my god! You
So
noticed it then?
yeah, I noticed it too late. But I think what it is, he does the mixes.
Right.
There's his mixes.
Yeah.
And he does a video for it.
But at least plug the shit in, my guy.
You know what
Come
I'm saying?
on.
He can't in a beach. Like he's on the fucking.
Oh.
You see the waves coming in.
Oh no. Okay, so he's not using a green screen. He's actually
Actually, yeah.
on the.
No, I think it has to be a screen. I think it's a green
I don't
screen or
know.
something.
I think I know who you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm talking about?
I think he is on the beach, and I think you're right. Nothing is plugged. the
Nothing's
fuck
plugged in.
Yeah.
So
So
I-
at
he had
least
a-
run
he
some
had a
cables
screen.
and run the cables
He
off
always
camera.
Old City?
No, I
No.
don't think it's Old City. I can't remember his name.
I know. I think I know.
But you
who
know what I'm talking about.
There's a, but there's
He's
a
pretty
couple.
popular on YouTube.
There's a couple of people that do that. They'll do
Right.
like short, like 15 or 20 minute mini mixes.
It's like,
Yeah,
he does like 30 or
pre-
40 minutes
pre-mix.
mix. Yeah.
yeah, and but at least run the cords off camera where they don't got to be plugged in or nothing. But setting it up. You know.
Right, right. So question. Say Big Ben was in town and you was DJing a spot on a Saturday night, but you want to go see Big Ben. Who will you call to hold you down at one of your spot?
In Orlando?
In Orlando,
Anywhere.
Miami, anywhere.
Don't matter.
Anywhere.
Like, I need you to cover me tonight because I want to go see Big Ben.
It depends, man, because a lot of DJs that I know, they already doing something.
Say they, but again, this is
okay. Just okay.
Yes.
Hypothetically, yeah. Speaking, yeah.
Okay. Exclusive
Okay.
city. I got Iron Lion.
Okay.
I got Nasty, DJ Nasty. I got Charlie B. These are like close friends.
right.
Right,
So you
right.
got that's four. That's four right there. That's
Right.
hold you down.
But definitely DJ Nasty is the first one, man. That's like
Okay.
that's like we I brought Nasty to Africa like 5 times.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So Ricky B went too
Yeah.
a few times, and
Surprised
so
the monkeys didn't beat him up.
we had a great time. I think Ricky left the kid over. Nah,
He probably
yo.
did.
he didn't.
That's Ricky. That's the old Ricky. It's the old Ricky.
Old Ricky. We want to get people in trouble.
Yeah.
But off that question, I want to say thank you personally because there was times here when you was in Orlando, and you called me and I covered for you,
Yep.
especially at Taboo.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When you would
Yep,
travel and
back
stuff.
in the day,
Right. You know what I mean? So I thank you.
word.
If I never thanked you, I'm thanking you.
Word,
You know,
word.
from everybody. You know what I mean?
Boy,
Because you
respect.
trusted me with not only with the owner, because you only deal with owners. If anybody don't know, Walgee don't deal with promoters. He only deal with club owners. You know what I mean?
Straight to the boss. Straight to the boss.
He trusted me with him.
We
And-
should have more, we should own more clubs.
And to
DJs.
top it off, what he was getting paid, he made sure I got paid that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So thank you. I appreciate you for that.
course,
You know what I mean?
man.
Because so
So
yeah,
today, man, I do that, man. A lot. I do a lot of that stuff, man, because I feel like we got to help each other, especially when in this world of competition. You know, the young DJs are coming.
Right.
They coming. You know?
Yeah. No, of course.
And honestly, they're good at what they do too.
Right. Because
you know?
the technology is in
The
front of them.
technology in
Right.
front of them.
Yeah.
So and people don't really care. Like you spend it on turntables or you spend it on freaking controller.
Right.
You know, as long as the music's coming out and the timing is coming and everything else. But I just like to respect the art form.
No, of course. You gotta
know?
respect the art form.
So a lot of these DJs are coming, and I feel like we gotta help each other. You
Right.
know, the guys that have been doing it for a while.
Right.
You know,
Because
So,
there will never be another us.
Yes.
You know, we had Eddie B. Swift in his chair, and he said, you know, I put 35 years into this craft.
Yep.
The new generation's never gonna put that many years into this.
No.
It'd be 5, maybe 10 if they last.
Right. Yeah.
10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's not about the craft.
It's not.
It's about, you said, who got more likes,
Yeah.
who got the most popular videos out and stuff like that. That's what it's about. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
dope. So if you could have done something different on your path along the way, what would it be?
Done what Khaled did. You know,
Right.
if you look at
Change the DJ from a DJ to an artist kind of thing.
Exactly. That's where the house DJs make the most money.
Yeah.
We never understood that. Like hip hop DJs, we worried about the craft.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the culture.
Yeah.
Culture, like culture, black and white in a sense. You know, they understood the business aspect. Although let's be real, house music was created in Chicago by blacks, Puerto Ricans, and gays and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know, then they migrated to Europe.
Yeah.
But the guys in Europe just took it to a whole nother level. And they started releasing songs. Tiesto, all of them.
Yeah.
Releasing songs, making albums. And that's how they're the most paid DJs in the world. The only one we have is Khaled.
Yeah. He's on that list.
Khaled understood that.
Yeah.
And DJ Snake.
Yeah.
Khaled understood that he had to release songs. It's not about like how good you are on the turn. It's about that marketing.
Yeah.
And releasing songs and going from a DJ to an artist.
Right.
And that's the only one we have as a reference.
Right.
And Drama tried to do it.
Yeah.
Back in the days, Kid Capri did it.
Yep.
But
Clue
he
did it.
stopped.
Clue did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funk Flex did it.
Yep.
But Kid stopped. Kid could have been the one, the next Khaled.
Yeah, he could have. Envy did it also. He
Envy,
released, I think,
yeah.
1 or 2 albums. I'm not sure.
All these guys, you know,
Yeah.
that we gave up. That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. If I had done that, you know, just release songs.
But you know what I think too. Now that I think about it, now that you say that, you know, because hip hop, we try to be so original. So I think if somebody else is to try to do it, even though they may do it differently, people are gonna say, "Oh, he's copying what Khaled did," or you know what I mean. And I think
I got that feedback too.
We-
That slash from a lot of people. 'cause I
right,
did.
and which is stupid because we all have something to offer, and we may
Exactly.
bring a different aspect.
Exactly.
You know, that Khaled has his lane and what he does,
Exactly.
how he does it is great.
Does it, yeah.
You know, he does a great job at it. But I think we're scared of people telling us, "Oh, you're just trying to do what he did,
Exactly.
and it's not about that. You know what I mean?
I think we don't support each other.
That's the
don't.
problem.
That's
right.
the thing.
Well, again, he's going back to supporting
Support each other, yeah.
the union. You know,
Yeah.
you know, we talked about us getting together with, you know, once a year or twice a year doing a big conference of just DJs again.
Right.
You know, from the city alone, we have hundreds of DJs.
Yeah, there's no
These
more.
are hundred-
There's
and
no
that's
more.
just-
No more
right.
DJ conferences.
Right. There's nothing.
There's none.
You know what I mean?
There's none.
The last
none.
one I went to was Make Show Power Summit,
Right.
Yep.
and that was
The heavy hitters, they have their own
They have
thing.
their own thing.
Yeah, but that's just for them.
That's for them
for them,
only.
yeah.
But
You know?
I think, you know,
Yeah, that's
we
true.
should just have somebody. Or we're gonna start making phone calls
Right.
and try to do it.
Yo,
Why
respect
not?
the DJs. That's a dope name.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate
You know,
it.
that's a dope
You know what I'm
name.
saying? And we
This is like the beginning.
right.
Right.
It's definitely the beginning of
Get a conference.
right.
You know, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the
Talk
plan.
about all these
Lo-
elements, you know,
right.
like that's one of the most important things.
Right.
If you really want to become rich off of this shit,
Yeah.
you
Gotta
gotta
branch out.
release songs, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the only way. The only way. And we gotta support that too, because I feel like inside the house music world, they kind of support each other, and they just
It's just
yo,
us.
these guys-
Hip hop is the only ones that don't want
These guys are getting paid
But-
$50,000, $100,000 a night.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
hip hop DJs are not getting paid that.
Absolutely
And
not.
I'm like, you look at once again someone like Kid Capri with shit on the house DJ
Yeah.
that's getting paid $50,000 to $100,000
Right.
skill wise,
right. Skill wise.
entertainment wise.
Yeah.
right.
Shit on them.
Yeah.
It's like a DJ on steroids, and you got someone coming in, skinny ass dude coming in. You know, it's like
Yeah. Just standing on on top of the DJ booth.
and,
Yeah.
and putting their hands in the air.
Yeah.
And I remember nothing against the house music world, you know, but they grabbed a lot from the hip hop. Now everybody's talking on the mic.
Right.
Yeah.
There was never that in the house
Yeah.
music,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I just respect my whole, you know.
No, and that's the
The
reason
whole
why
hip-hop
you
world,
hear.
you know?
We want to hear your stories. You know, we respect
your point of
your
view,
point
yeah.
of view and everything that was going on because you're not saying anything that's true. You know
That's
what I'm
not
saying?
true, right.
We can look it up and you can see. You can open your phone right now and you can see a house DJ or a DJ who just playing buttons and not really know nothing about the culture or the craft.
Then at
Yeah.
the end of the stick, the Jamaicans got fucked.
Yeah, because they're the ones
They're
that
the ones
started.
who-
They
they're
started with the
the ones
microphone and the
And the whole-
And the sound systems and everything else. Yeah.
You don't got one Jamaican DJ that's getting paid $50,000 to $100,000
No.
a party.
No.
You got none. You know, so you break it down to the economic, like you know, poor and rich, and
But we
all
used
that
to have it
stuff.
in Orlando back
Race
in the-
and all that.
Remember
bullshit,
the
man.
clashes we used to have in Orlando?
Sound
back then?
clashes,
Sound
yeah.
clashes.
They
The
still-
skating rings.
They still do them every once in a while. We just
It's
don't
not
hear.
the same though. You don't hear about it no more.
We don't hear
Yeah.
about it as much. You know.
You
they-
should because before we didn't have social media, we had flyers and we still heard about it.
Yeah.
Now that we have social media, we don't hear about it.
And if you don't know, my favorite, that I have two favorite sound clash.
Okay.
One is Mighty Crown,
Mighty Crown, yeah, definitely.
and the other is Rodigan.
Okay,
Rodigan been around since the 60s, 70s. He got dub plates from.
everyone.
Right. Didn't we see Stone Love together?
I think we
did.
saw Stone Love.
Yeah, we did see
Yeah,
how
but Mighty Crown and Rodigan. If you want, look up on YouTube, do your history. If you love dancehall music and you love sound clashes, if you don't know who they are, you know what I mean? Like, for me, those are my favorites. Mighty Crown, they're in Japan. They're Japanese. They have moved to Jamaica, Queens in the 90s,
Wow.
not knowing English, okay, from Japan because they love dancehall music. So they came up through the scene. Like, I'm sure that it wasn't easy for them.
Right.
But
Definitely.
now they speak fluent patois.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And to give it to you like this, as far as dub plates, they got dub plates from 50 Cent.
Dope.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So do your history if you want to, or your research. If you want to look up some sound class DJs, look up Mighty Crown and I call him Father Rodigan.
And speaking about Japan, man, those people out there, they really appreciate hip hop. They live in hip hop. We in 2023, but they live hip hop like the 90s.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think I think more the like you said Japan, Germany, all those
yeah, France.
countries, they enjoy the craft, they enjoy the
Yeah.
music, and they still, like you said, living in the 90s.
yeah, in the 90s, yeah. For sure.
That's why some of the artists from the 90s are still living and eating on the shows
On the
out
show,
there,
yeah,
on the
of
tours
course,
out
yeah.
there.
They God out there.
Yeah, they go out there for a couple months and
Yeah.
they
That's it.
made their salary for the year.
Exactly.
You know?
And they pay well too.
No.
Because they get respected, you know?
Right. Right.
For sure.
Get to some games.
Yeah, for sure.
So the first one we're working on is called "The Choice Is Yours."
Okay, cool.
Somebody books you the same night, the same bag, for a club party, a corporate party, or a house party. What are you choosing?
I like clubs, man.
Clubs.
Why?
You know, I grew up in the clubs. I feel like clubs, you get everyone. You know, when it's a house party, you get a certain demographic. You
Okay.
know? And the request is different too. They want to listen just reggaeton all night. They want to listen just to hip hop all night.
Right.
And you know, I don't know. I just like the club. And the corporate world pays a little bit more. However, you gotta be. Sometimes you can't play music with curse. You
Yeah.
gotta be like
Clean
you
version.
can't be yourself.
Right.
You can't talk on the mic. You can't do certain things. You corporate.
Right.
Yeah. Club is just like, yeah, this is who I am.
Right. Okay. So back in the days, you even said earlier, the turntables, the actual turntables is what brings the girls the attention to the DJ. So back in the days, was bartender. There was no bottle girls back then. So
No.
we just be
Definitely.
bottle. It was
But
just,
even now, because he's still current.
it's still current. Sorry, it's still
Yeah,
current. So
right.
bottle girls, bartender, or groupies.
But now, hold up. It doesn't mean that you would sleep with them.
Right.
We just mean like order of importance as far as a DJ. You know what I mean?
Who's the ones gonna support
Right.
that DJ?
Right, right.
I say the bartender is definitely their job is respected, but the bottle girls, those are the ones that bring me the bottles. You know,
Right.
So I get more connected with them because they actually come to the DJ booth. You know, and but at the end of the day, though, it's like they're all busy doing their own thing.
Right.
So we don't really like have time to chat like that.
Yeah.
But the important is definitely the person that's serving me, bringing the marquee with the name and
Yep.
stuff like that,
Yep.
and the sparklings and all that, you know. And they more closer to the DJ than the bartenders. They take care of you too. I have two bartenders at the club that I do Swan in Miami, and they love me, you know, and I love them too because they really take care of you. You know? Then yeah, it just goes down the list like that.
Right.
Okay.
Dope. All right. So we want to go into some samples,
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, dope.
So we're gonna play 4 samples,
right? One at a time.
one at a
first.
time, of course. Many people use sometimes these samples, multiple users.
Right.
We need a name and or group and the name of the song if you don't.
Who used the sample?
Who used
Not,
the
sample?
not the
Sample.
original.
Not the original
sample.
sample.
Yeah.
Who used it?
All right, let's go.
And it's all fun and games. You know what I mean? If you don't get it right, it's cool.
But point blank, they get 4 out of 4.
Point blank got 4 out of 4, so he might. You know,
Point blank. Yeah.
We had somebody who beat point blank with 8 out of
But
8.
remember, Point Blank is an alien
Yeah.
too.
yeah, he's another one. Right,
He's an
right.
alien, man.
But all right, let's go with the first one.
Oh. Damn, you just skipped my mind now.
I know you know this one.
I know, shit. Jesus.
Want to hear it again?
Just
Yeah, let me hear it again.
Hear it
Play
again.
it again.
I was getting into the groove, then you just cut it.
Got it there.
Oh. You know what's crazy? Let me answer why I'm going a little blank with it. I moved to Africa, right? In 2010. I've been away from playing these records for a long time because they don't know these songs.
Yeah.
So I was stuck in playing other stuff. But I know the record.
Yeah, he's
just trying to
he's looking for
remember.
2000 this came out.
Yeah. All right, play the record.
Yeah, Naughty by Nature.
There you go.
That's
Oh,
what I was.
right.
But you know,
It's on the tip.
like,
Yeah.
You on the wrong channel though.
But that's all right.
No, but I
want
did
the
a
next
channel.
one?
No, I did a channel for him.
Okay.
So he's
We'll
on
go
the
to the
wrong
next
blank.
Channel 4 is for him?
There you go.
He's number 4, yes.
All right, but so you got
Oh,
one.
that's why
got-
I got it wrong.
No,
Channel 4.
You gonna blame him?
You got it right, Channel?
he got it right though,
You got
one
it
by
right.
one.
All right, let's go.
You get that one?
I don't like that channel, man.
We have another channel in there too. I think
No,
it's,
no, let's finish rocking.
Damn.
Play it
It's
again.
harder than I thought.
it's also before 2000. So
Is it blank?
Is it before 2000?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's before 2000.
They use the sample different though. Wasn't exactly like that.
No, it's basically it's used the same. Play.
Play the song.
Game time.
Switch
Let's go.
beats?
It's beats, yeah.
Yeah.
We in here. It's time to bring the East Coast back, baby.
Okay.
Do I have another channel there besides? I have 3,
You know-
4, and 5.
You know what? I never played that song.
You know play that song?
I never played the song.
Oh wow.
That's the reason why. No, there's a lot of Switch Beats like classic
records?
hits, you know.
Yeah.
But once again, like when did this come out?
We in here. That would be what his 3rd or 4th DMX album.
That's
I think the 4th
yeah,
maybe.
it's one of his later albums.
So it
So
came
it's
out
not
early
like-
2000, if anything.
That's the problem I have too. Like as a DJ, being in a club,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to play the most commercial songs.
Mm-hmm.
So those B records, you don't get to it unless you're at home listening to
Right,
it.
right.
So
Oh,
you
that was
kind of forget. You know what I'm saying?
that
Y'all
was
going to
from,
the B records.
Year of the Dog,
Okay.
2006. Yeah. Yeah. So all right, let's go to the next one.
Far Side.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what song was it?
Yeah. It's Far Side. What's the name of the song? Not Go.
Run.
Not Go. It's just
Run,
a
run,
Go.
run.
Yeah, run, yeah. I love the way they sample runs.
How they use his vocal for that? Yeah. Dope.
Keep running away.
Yep. All right, next. See if you know what this is right here. Stop it.
Jay-Z.
There you go.
Je t'adore, Jay-Z.
All right, stop it.
Stop, you know Jay-Z going to
You know Jay-Z coming for our heads. Next joint. This one got
This
the
one
slow.
got a little thing in the backward.
Yeah, it's a slow
I'll come
build
up.
up on this one. We'll come up here. Let's see.
It's building.
Yeah, take a little while for it to.
Let it play.
That's Big Pun.
Yeah.
There you
can
go.
Stop it. Big Pun's actually featuring the
Yeah,
record.
he's on that. It's Nori's record, but yeah,
Oh, you reckon?
this one right here.
He did good. He got like 4 out of 5.
Yeah, no, he did. He did good.
They switched that sample too.
Yeah.
A little fast.
A little bit faster, right?
Yeah,
right,
faster,
right.
yeah. A lot of them are faster or slower, either
Right.
or, depending on who used it.
Yeah. All right, so we got this new one we just started playing with everyone. So it's a game called Lyrically Correct. It's a dope game. It's pretty much like song lyrics and things like that. So I picked out, I think it was 5 cards I got for you. So pretty much it's a lyric from a song, and then you got to either finish it or answer the question of it. And some of them have multiple choice answers, so I'll give you the multiple choice, unless I think it's too easy.
Okay, go.
All right. So, what did BBD say to never trust in the song Poison?
Big Butt.
Big
And a
button to smile.
smile.
Yeah. Okay. So, what did Adina Howard say she got on? Remember Adina Howard?
That's that freak.
Right.
She got the
There's-
freak on you.
No,
No, that's like
it's not that song, but it's another song that she did. What did Adina Howard say she got on?
Shit, I don't remember that.
You know, her T-shirt and her panties.
Oh,
I
that's
got my T-shirt.
you quick about sing the record.
Hey.
Don't be saying that shit, right?
It's Adina Howard, man. It's Adina Howard. Okay. Where was the party that Montel Jordan went to on a Friday night?
The East Side.
The West Side.
West Side, no,
you
East
had it.
I got a bad vision in my head right now.
Hey, why are you even visualizing that?
Yeah, West Side. Yeah.
West Side, right? So,
West of California. Yeah.
right. Next joint. What does Lauryn Hill find funny about money?
Funny about money.
Yep. It's the first line in the song. I'll give you that. That hint. And it's from Lost Ones.
Yeah, root. It's funny how money changes the situation.
There you go, right there. That's what she finds funny about money. All right. So according to the song by Carlos Santana and the product G&B, where was Maria from?
Maria from the east side? No. What is it? Something about it.
You're close, but
You're close, right?
change direction.
Nope. And you just said you played the song too, because Nasty produced it for Khaled.
Exactly.
So it's almost the same song, but it
I'm
was
trying to remember the lyrics now.
Product G&B, Carlos Santana
No,
featuring
I'm trying to
Product.
remember the lyrics.
Maria. Where was she from?
I went to the play by Carlos Santana before that.
Right. So,
Grew
right.
up in something.
Spanish Harlem.
Spanish Harlem. That's what it is.
Dope. So, you did pretty good on that one too. But the lyrics that, you know what I mean?
I'm not really too good with lyrics like that. I wish I was like a Jay Deezy. You know Jay Deezy,
Yeah.
right? On the mic.
Yep.
That is a beast.
Remember all the lyrics to the
He
songs and
remembers
changing
all
the words.
lyrics, changing the words. There was another cat who did that too. Was it City?
City got it from him, but you know,
Who created that?
it was Disco and the City Boys.
The City Boys are the main ones.
But there was also
There was another guy.
there was another guy.
I remember coming to Orlando, and this was like before I met Disco and City Boys and Jay Deezy. There was someone on the radio doing that.
on the radio.
It was I don't know, man.
I remember. I know.
And that's definite.
Because there wasn't that many DJs on the radio. I mean,
Did Quad City DJs do it too?
they probably did.
Because it's a South thing,
Right.
You know
it's
what I mean?
Definitely a
It's
South
definitely-
thing.
Yeah, it was definitely a South
I
thing.
brought Jay Deezy to Boston, and he did that. People were going crazy with
Yeah.
that.
But he mastered that shit. Like,
yeah.
He was
He
clean.
don't do
clean.
it too much now. He's more promoter.
Right.
But yeah, definitely.
He mastered that.
Yeah, he
But
definitely.
if he had held on to that style, he probably would have been doing bigger shit.
Big things.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because that shit is fun.
Right. Now he plays with a record. So
Right.
Could have done
Right.
shit in New York. Like New York was not into that.
Yeah. It was a whole different. Like I said, it's only something that they do in the South.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, if you could give us top 5 DJs before for you, and then top 5 DJs now that are doing it,
Before
who would be your top 5? Right?
definitely Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Say Kid. Can I use like house DJs?
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's your list.
Okay. Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Cox.
Okay.
There's a lot. Definitely Funk Flex changed the whole scene for radio.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta respect that. Put Chubby Chub in there
Mhm.
because he's the one, my mentor.
Yep.
Who else? And Red Alert for being so smooth.
Right.
And those are like, and there's a lot more, you know.
Yeah.
A lot more DJs and Grandmaster Flash, Jazzy Jeff.
Mhm.
There's a lot more. But the ones that I really appreciated, those are the ones. But the other ones are legends.
Right.
Right.
Still legends.
Honorable
can't
mentions.
change that.
Yeah.
Especially
Facts.
Red Alert, man. It's
Yeah.
like,
Uncle
it's
Red.
not a-
Uncle Red. Yep.
Uncle Red. Yeah. All right. So top 5 DJs now
Camilo.
for you. Okay.
Snake.
Mm-hmm.
Khaled
Mm-hmm.
for being the business guy.
Right.
Definitely. I would say like Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the brothers that are, let me see. And Black Coffee.
Okay.
Because Black Coffee as a house DJ, he changed the game. Like for a South African DJ to become like a top house DJ in the world,
Yeah.
that's big.
Yeah.
It's really big.
He releases music too, though, right? He's an
That's
artist.
what he
too.
does.
Yeah.
He produces songs.
Yeah.
That's how he got big.
Right.
Because if he never released songs, he wouldn't be as big. Once again, we got to create this workshop.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta find ways where hip hop DJs could get on that level and start making that money, that big money. It's not about being in clubs, getting paid $100 and stuff like that.
Right.
Really building your brand around music, and I
Right.
think there's a room for that. There's a lot of room for that for the hip hop and whatever the world that we besides house music.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
So I kind of, I missed that. Did not miss that wave, but I still have time.
Of course.
But if I had done it a few years back, I would have been on a whole nother level right now.
Yeah.
Whole nother level. That's what's missing. That's the only thing that's missing. And the other thing too, having the right management.
Yeah.
You gotta have a team. You gotta have a manager that is willing to do everything for you in a sense, like really take care. Like, I think I could be a great manager to another DJ because of the experience and the lack of things that other managements that I had in my past,
Yeah.
they could have done. I think that's the biggest thing.
Will you do that?
I think
I
eventually.
mean, a DJ was to come up to you that's coming up.
Eventually
and-
in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm still worried about my
No, of course,
career,
of
you
course,
know?
of course.
So maybe in the future, definitely. Because you got to dedicate time
Right.
towards that.
Yeah.
Right, but even it has somebody that you can mentor as well and open up for you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know.
Oh,
we
yeah,
have-
that all day. Yeah, we
Right,
could
you know what I'm
definitely
saying?
do
Stuff
that.
like that,
I'm
you
actually
know.
doing that with one kid right now. He opened up for me a few times now. This is out in Miami.
Right. If you don't mind plugging them in, I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I want to shout them out. you
Oh,
know.
definitely. DJ Alza,
Okay.
He's a young kid, he's just getting in. And the thing about it, he's like, wow, you don't have to pay me, man. I just like being in the club. This is like the greatest opportunity in my life,
Right.
And I'm like, yo, that's how it has to be sometimes, I did a lot of gigs for free, a lot, and still do it sometimes, because I know the network that I'm going to build off of it,
Right,
Right.
right, right.
you know?
So you mentioned earlier about the hip hop elements. We know there's 5, 6, maybe 7. I don't even know. I know about 5 elements for sure.
For sure. Me too.
Okay. But there's only some movies that have hip hop elements. And in your eyes, what would be your best hip hop movie to you? That has the hip hop elements into it.
Breakdance?
It has more than 3 elements in it. So
Right.
Breaking, the movie, you talking about the movie Breaking?
No, Breaking, yeah. The movie is a Breaking.
Breaking.
Breaking,
yeah.
yes, Breaking, yeah.
Breaking.
It's a Breaking.
That. Shit. Another movie like that.
There's not many of them, but
Yeah.
there is a few.
Oh, man. Now you going back, way back.
Yeah.
I should have done a little research before I came back. Cause see, I was part of that, but you're talking about years ago.
Yeah.
So
You said
I'm
Breaking
sorry.
though. Breaking's good. Breaking works. Breaking's part. We ask this question to a lot of DJs. Some OGs, some guys that are just starting out, stuff like that.
Right.
And the feedback we get is debatable because there ain't too many hip hop movies.
There
There's a lot of
ain't,
urban movies
Yeah.
that have
That's
hip
what
hop
I'm going through
that have
right
hip hop
now.
soundtracks or hip hop actors, but they're not hip hop movies.
Yeah.
They're not gonna teach you anything about the elements of hip hop.
That shit was done like back in the day.
Yeah.
That was it.
Early
Yeah.
80s, and that's it, exactly.
Yeah. That's true.
Because I just watched a movie on Netflix this weekend. It had nothing to do with hip hop, but it had a great hip hop soundtrack.
Yeah. yeah.
So that movie can't be part of a hip hop movie. We talking about a Jewish family and a Muslim family getting married.
Okay.
That's not has nothing to do with
It's
hip
not
hop.
hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
What
people
was the other movies then?
so people say that Colors was a hip hop movie. Juice had an element.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say Jews. but
Jews,
then it
Jews,
wasn't like-
and
it was
they
more
had
about-
one graffiti part. So it had 2 elements in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. And then people say the Tupac movie, NWA movie. To me, those are hip hop documentary movies.
Yeah.
Those are great for the
Right.
culture, but it doesn't teach you about the actual elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
So when you asked me that question, like right away went to Breaking,
Right.
Because
So it's Breaking, Wild Style,
that
Beat
was-
Street, stuff like
Beach-
that.
Yeah, Wild Style, Beach Street.
Right.
Damn, those are the names too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there might be other ones that there is people. Hit us up. Let us know what the hip hop movies
Those are
are.
the only ones that we know.
not seen, but you know what I'm saying. But
Nothing that covers that.
and this shit's
yeah.
debatable.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you on a flight from Angola or Portugal back to MIA or Boston or wherever.
Okay.
What's 10 albums you would listen to on your flight?
She might need more than 10 albums, probably.
Yeah. Definitely Jay-Z.
Okay. It could be anything, any type of music. Doesn't have to be hip hop.
Even
whatever.
mixtapes.
Yeah, whatever.
Mixtape,
Yeah.
yeah. The Blueprint one.
Okay.
That hits, man, from beginning to end. Tribe Called Quest,
Okay.
definitely. Any of the albums from Tribe.
Right.
Just let me see. Dr. Dre and Snoop,
Mm-hmm. The Chronic. Yeah.
The Chronic, yeah.
Okay.
Let me see more. Jeez, so many albums out there, man. Wu-Tang,
Okay.
for sure. So many songs out there, man. So many albums out there.
That's 4.
Damn, 10. Definitely Nas, Illmatic.
Okay.
Remember, you can also pick mixtapes or house
Yeah.
music
some
or any,
house
any genre of
music.
music.
Yeah, it doesn't
Any
matter.
genre of music.
Whatever you
anything-
wanna listen
whatever
to,
you
yeah.
want to listen to. It's just these are your ears.
Exactly. Because see, when you're doing albums, it's like every song needs to make sense, you know.
Yeah.
And when you go into like house music, not every song makes sense to me,
Right.
Because I didn't grow up listening to that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's 1 or 2 songs that I like, so it's hard to put it in all in one. I can't listen to a David Guetta album.
Right.
Some songs is like not for me, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, mixtapes. Definitely that Funk Master Flex mixtape when he released
The
that.
60 minutes of funk.
60 minutes of funk. That was pretty hard.
He did what? Volume 1, 2, or 3? He did.
1.
He did.
How
he
many-
did-
how
he had-
many
he had
did
3
he-
volumes.
I think he had 3.
Yeah, 3 volumes. Yeah.
What else? There was this other guy out of Providence. I think DJ White Shadow. I don't know. I forget
White
his name.
DJ Whiteout, the White Shadow.
No,
I
not
think Whiteout.
Not Whiteout.
Whiteout.
He
Whiteout
did-
was a
he
mixtape.
from the South,
did
yeah.
a-
It's like
No, he's
No,
from,
there's another-
he's from
there's-
Providence.
yeah, there's
He's
another,
from Providence. He did a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was bananas, man. You know how you do an intro? Back then we used to do an intro. The intro that's only 1 minute, that shit would take us 3-4 days to do it.
Yep.
Because you got to come up with different words
Yep.
and stuff. He did 45 minutes of that.
Oh, damn.
It's like, or whatever 9 minutes there is on the mixtape. It's 90
Right, 90
minutes.
minutes,
right?
yeah.
90 minutes, 45. He did a whole thing on that. It's
Crazy.
like, yo, I never heard nothing like that. It was so crazy. I forget his name, though. That's a mixtape that won, like, a few awards.
Dope.
Who else? Shoot, so much music, man. See, once again, albums compared to singles. Singles is easy, but albums is like I have to put it on and listen. Lauryn Hill, Fugees,
There you
definitely the Fugees, definitely. I remember that. It's amazing. Cocoa Brothers.
Okay.
Then they changed their names.
Well, they were Smith and Wesson
Smith and
before.
Wesson.
And
Cocoa
they
Yeah.
Brothers.
Cocoa
Shout out to
Brothers.
Smith and Wesson.
Yeah. They had to switch it because of
the
the
guns.
guns.
Yeah,
yeah,
they would banned them.
De La Soul.
Okay.
Jesus.
Which is finally making money off their albums now.
Finally got it on
yeah?
stream. They just
Yeah.
put it on streaming
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tommy
Yeah.
Boy wouldn't allow them to put their music on streaming.
Yeah, they finally own their rights now to their music.
Yeah.
And they also had a lot of, I'm not sure if it's lawsuits, but a bunch of samples when the production was done for the album. So,
Yeah,
Dope.
but everything is cleared up,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
they're streaming their music.
right.
So
They
that's
actually
dope.
got vinyl out too.
Yeah.
They have I got the link for the vinyl that's out for
Oh, dope. That's dope.
for the first album with color. It has
Okay.
you know, remember the album was like yellow
Right,
cover
right,
was?
right.
With the purple and blue. That's like
The 3
the
feet
vinyl.
high and rising. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the vinyl is that color.
Yeah.
Definitely Tupac and Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Definitely like the Black Coffee album that he did.
Yeah.
That was a great album. There's a few, man.
Yeah, you good.
You
got
good?
your
Yeah, I think
10.
you got.
more than
You
10.
got almost there. Or you sleep.
Nah, he
you
passed,
fell,
yeah, he
you fell
passed
asleep
it.
or you passed out.
He
with
fell
it.
asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fell asleep, man. No, because when it comes to singles, it's one thing.
Yeah, no, of course, of
Albums
course.
is like you got to think of from
That's why it had to be
beginning to end.
right.
Yeah.
And not too many albums are actually from beginning to end good.
The
Right.
Illmatic was from beginning to
Right.
end.
Yeah.
That shit was, Thing did an amazing job. Premiere,
Yeah.
next level, man.
Yeah. So if you're in Miami right now, What's one song or top 5 songs that you know get the crowd? What's your 1 a.m. song right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
if you go into like the reggaeton, it's like Bad Bunny, man. He
Yeah.
just took over, man. It's like you cannot go a night without playing one song from him.
I'm sure in Miami it's
In
insane.
Miami, you know, because I'm finding I'm doing a lot more clubs that's more Spanish people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking about 60 to 70% more Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm understanding more about that culture. And a lot of people come up to me and they think I'm Spanish. Then I break it down to them, no, I'm African. They'll be like, how do you know these songs? And, you know, any DJ got to know the songs.
Right,
If
right.
you're a good DJ, you know. And so definitely Bad Bunny, Drake, a song from Drake, any of the songs from Drake.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, especially the one with 21
21
Savage.
Savage, yeah.
Yeah, those are hit. I think every scenario is different, so
Okay.
it's so much songs right there. So I actually, it's a type of situation where back then I could have answered that quicker
Right.
because we had less songs to play.
Right.
Today there's so many,
So many songs, short expansion songs, and it's like
Yeah, and it's like to play that 1 o'clock. There's no 1 o'clock
One
because the
specific
DJ
one, yeah.
before already played that song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
you have no option. So you kind of have to like go different directions with it, you know,
and read that crowd.
and read that crowd. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. So that whole, you know, that's a really good question. There ain't no prime time no more. If you look at it,
Okay.
we don't got no prime time because
Yeah.
everybody just kills the night.
They want to be turned up as soon as
Yeah.
they come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Before I forget, shout out to our sponsors, P1 Vodka, straight from Orlando, Florida. Big Lou, Wolfpack Lou, whatever you want to call him. My man is Lou. We also have our Chew Leaf, make it smoking easier.
Yes.
And then our new sponsor, which Correct gonna have to help me out with this, which I can't remember.
Shout out to Branson.
Branson, there you go, Branson.
How's the liquor?
It was
The
good. You
vodka's
want to
good,
taste
yeah.
it?
Let me taste it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Put a
Because
little some.
I'm supposed to actually connect with Wolf and try to get a bottle off of him
Okay.
and try to introduce a couple people.
We're
But
gonna
I
make a
never-
phone call after this podcast.
But I never tasted.
Yeah, we give you a little some.
That's a lot. Man.
And don't forget, we have the merchandise out. We have the T-shirts. We have the hoodies. Hit us up.
Yo, it's actually good.
Yeah.
It is
Smooth.
good.
Yeah.
You
It's
can drink
smooth.
it just like this.
You just like
That's
that.
good.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to P1. Shout out to Wolfpack Lou.
You won, man. Yo, congratulations on this one, man. Wolf, what's up?
Lou, you heard it first. See,
Lou.
come on, Lou, stop playing around.
Danny Garcia.
Danny
right, he's part
Garcia,
of
yes,
it.
Danny Garcia. There's other ones too behind the scene that you just don't know them all.
Right.
So
Shout out to them though.
Yes,
It's made where? Here?
it's made here. Yep. It's made here,
It's good.
straight from Orlando.
Dope.
Good. And when you mix the shit up,
Yeah, they have a lot of mixes out on their page.
Some custom mixes that
Yeah,
they
they have
do. Yeah.
one with I think with Crystal Light. They have one with
Crystal Light one. Yeah. Something
Yeah,
like that.
that's a popular one.
Right.
Crystal Light. Me, I drink it straight up or cranberry.
dope. Like that one.
So, anything you want to plug in that you're working on besides you said on you becoming an artist?
Yeah,
And
that's the
working on
major.
that- on that thing.
That's the major. That's the element that's missing in my career right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, just continue doing the tours. I'm looking forward for Rolling Loud in Portugal.
In Portugal, okay.
Yeah, Rolling Loud in Miami. I did that too last year.
Okay.
I'm looking forward for that.
You going to Cali in March for that one?
No.
Okay.
So I'm also looking forward for like the European tour that I'm putting together. First I'm doing the African, then I'm gonna do the European, then eventually I want to do like Asian, like Dubai. Dubai is like that's home.
Right. I seen your
That's home.
your
But,
profile. Like,
I definitely need to go to Japan, all them countries out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Japan, China, Singapore, all them countries.
Right. And will you be doing your own booking for that, or you have somebody who helps you with that?
Most of it I do it myself.
Okay.
You know, just from the network that I have and the
Right.
relationships that I have. But I got this management right now, and we're gonna start working on a lot more stuff.
Okay.
So definitely, I need to pass on that responsibility to that person.
Yeah.
Right. And definitely plug them in if you want to, or plug your social media. Anybody want to book you, for any
Exactly.
shows, any tours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. The name, as you see on the screen, is DJ Walgee. The Instagram is the easy way to find me, and you can see my work. And not only that, it has my phone numbers, my emails, and stuff like that. And it has the management information too.
Yeah, and his press kit is legit.
Right.
It's just official, like a real DJ will have. Like everything's on that.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
try to simplify everything. Yeah,
Right.
one page and you click.
Right,
you
and
go to
everything's
the
there.
different pages.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just working on it, man.
Definitely. That's what's up.
Oh. So, any final words to our listeners and viewers? Anything you want to let them know?
Yo, definitely, man. This is a great show. I like the conversation. Talked about different aspects. It actually brought me back to what hip hop is supposed to be. You know,
Right.
sometimes we get a little lost.
Get
you
lost,
know?
right.
And you lose hope too. You know, because
Yeah.
you don't find brothers like yourself that actually trying to take it to the next level.
Right.
You know, and just bring back that feel good music. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And not only that, it's just love in the room. You know.
Right.
And I feel like hip hop is not about that. You know, we got drill talking about different situations,
Right.
and,
Right.
and that's not great, you know. And we just gotta pay attention to what's going on. They changed the frequency on us, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Music's all about frequency. And
Right.
they changed that, you know. So we gotta bring back
Like
that.
our old frequency, we wind it a little bit in.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that I would like to talk about, you know, and hopefully we get these type of podcasts going on
Right.
future more. you know.
Right.
Absolutely.
And-
Well, when you do release music and
wanna
you're the
promote it,
big
right.
artist, you know what I mean, and you got 10 million followers on Snapchat and all that, then make sure you
Come back
around
with
so
them,
we
right.
can
Exactly.
revisit what was done and
Definitely.
how you did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And y'all are making history right now. You know, this is history. You know?
Thank you. We appreciate
Sometimes like I look back some of the accomplishments that I did at the time when I was doing. I didn't know I was making history,
Right.
Right.
especially in my community, like
Right.
my Cape Verdean community and stuff. There's a few things that I had done, and now you look back and you be like, damn, I was
I did
part
that.
of that.
I was
you
part of
know?
that, right.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening right now. Y'all doing history, you know.
Appreciate
A
that.
few years from now, you look back, be like, damn, you know, just like the guys from Rolling Loud, how they started,
Right.
Right.
you know.
Right.
And today, look at them.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
And we heard the stories about
Yeah.
how they
Five
started. and
Venoms
everything.
put a song
Right.
to
Five
that.
Venoms, yeah.
Yeah.
And the guys, you know, they stick to it.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
No.
Put in the work.
Put in the work. There's ups and downs, you know.
Right.
And then tomorrow y'all be interviewing like the big dogs, you know.
Now we got a big dog.
We got a
today.
big dog right
today.
now.
You
What
know what
you
I'm
talking
saying?
Who's
You know
that?
what I'm saying?
You,
man.
that's
Come on,
Walgee.
man.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, but we know what you're talking about, but you know what
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying?
know. Like Junebug
Yeah.
said, you got more stamps.
You got more
than
stamps than Old Dirty B.
You know.
Food stamps. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like, you know, there's a lot of DJs, you know, not to cut you off, but there's a lot of DJs out there that only know downtown Orlando. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or downtown New York, or, you know, just those little blocks and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
You know, you was blessed to travel the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You in different clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, you getting like requested like a song. You know what I'm saying? You getting requested to DJ at the spots.
other-
you know what I'm saying?
other spots,
Other
yeah.
spots. So to us, you know, you are a big dog. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. And this
Appreciate
podcast
that.
is for the culture, and it's to bring the source. And when I mean source, I don't mean the source to the DJ culture back.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
yeah. I really like that, man.
Yeah. And then on your way home today, make sure you listen to a Dipset album.
Oh yeah. Dipset. No, definitely. That's there's so many albums.
There is so many albums, there's so many songs. You
So
know,
many albums.
that's why, you know, that list of albums or singles.
But you know what the funny thing is? With all the DJs we've interviewed already, everybody pretty much picks the same songs.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, the same albums.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because even the younger DJs
Pick the same albums.
pick the same albums. You know, the newer DJs that we've interviewed, and,
Right.
and I just find that
Yeah.
they know.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
That's what they will listen to.
right.
And we tell them same thing. Pick whatever you want to listen to. It doesn't have to be something that's from our generation or from our decades that we would pick.
Yeah.
Pick something, and they pretty much pick the same to an extent. You know what I mean?
Right,
At least 3 or 4 or everybody has been the same.
Right.
Yep.
And before we end, I also want to ask you, this from the earlier question, what do you think about the new Serato that came out with the stems?
Oh, with the stems.
That's dope. It's dope. I think that's gonna definitely change the game. You know, I haven't yet like started using it 100%. But definitely that's a dope idea. You know, and it's gonna definitely change the game because I think it's about being creative. You know, and I don't know, man. Like just having that one button that you could press that goes into a acapella.
Acapella, right?
Then you can mix. I think it gives room for more blends.
Do
That's
you-
what's missing.
Right. But do you think some of the songs need a remix or need another beat on top of it?
It
Like,
depends
change
how
it?
you do it. Like, first of all, you gotta have headphones. You know, so you can
So you
know
know
the
what you're
notes to
doing.
the song.
Right, right,
So you
right.
can know the notes to the song, and once you know the notes and you match it up, because it's all about, you know, as musicians know, each song has a note, and
Right.
so you gotta match the key. You know.
Like, but could you really see Biggie's Warning being remixed to a different beat? Like some
And-
songs I think shouldn't be touched.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, some
They
you have to
gonna
leave
do
them.
If
They're
the
gonna do
beat-
it. They're gonna do it. But I think some songs.
gonna
No,
mix Biggie Warning to Cotton Eye Joe.
You could put I like the idea. You could put a Biggie verse on top of the reggaeton.
That's dope. Yeah,
That's different,
But I'm
yeah.
saying,
You know?
but to change Warning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you
Oh.
go hip hop,
Yeah, you
go Warning, speed it up. I don't know how. Dembo on top of that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just make it sound more like, just flip
Give it another life,
Give
but-
it another
Right.
life, you know? And also pushing the artist to other people, you know? Because
Right.
a lot of these young people, they don't know who's Biggie sometimes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're definitely right about
Yeah.
that.
Or
Yeah.
the verses and stuff like
Right.
that. So,
Yeah.
because, you know, we're living in a world right now, they running things. You know?
Yeah,
The
no,
youth
they
is
are
running.
running the shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we would like to salute DJ Walgee for sharing his stories on Respected DJs podcast. Many thanks to you, our loyal listeners and viewers. And as always, we have another exciting episode coming up. Stay tuned. And until then, I've been your host, DJ Correct, alongside DJ Junebug for Respected DJs.
And we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Street Dreams Music Group. Play that. Play that. Play that.
DJ Chubby Chub is a true trailblazer in the world of hip-hop, whose contributions to the genre have left an undeniable mark on the culture. He is widely regarded as one of the pioneers of the mixtape, having released a string of critically acclaimed tapes that have helped to establish him as one of the most influential DJs of his generation. Whether he's spinning at a packed club or on the radio, he has a rare ability to read the crowd and keep them on their feet all night long. And through it all, he has remained true to his roots, using his platform to uplift and inspire the next generation of DJs. DJ Chubby Chub, Respect the DJs podcast, salutes you.